ass fucking bleed. You won't see me stop, no, you won't see me quit. I'm gonna make it to the top if it's the last thing I did. Never catch me, man, I'm gone, cause I'll be working off the grid. Grinding through all the pain, I said I'd do it and I did. I'm the type to work until my hands fucking bleed. I'm the type to fight when others falling to their knees. I'm the type to ask for more pain, get it please, cause on the other side.
All right, there it is. Hey, everybody, welcome to F.A.W.B. I believe we're on episode 27 now. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. And today we are doing the pod from El Casa, our home. And we got Matthew Taylor here, a.k.a. Dad. Scrapyard 2024 Fighter of the Year.
The one and only.
On over. We ate some tacos, had some kava.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that lights out sauce. Man, that stuff is amazing. Jesus.
Yes.
So good. If you're in the, say it? Bremerton area, make sure you stop into Cavocado. Get yourself some tap out tacos. Make sure you try that lights out sauce. I believe you can actually order some of that sauce too.
Yeah, I think so.
If you want any of that, I know we got a bottle of our own, and we put it on everything. Yes. I put it on literally everything. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to throw some lights out on there.
Eat some lights out.
Eat some lights out. That's what we're going to do.
That's good stuff.
Also, a shout out to Always Well Acupuncture. I went this past Tuesday. Shout out to Rebecca.
Oh.
Thank you. She took care of me. I got acupuncture for the first time, man.
Yeah.
Needles stuck all throughout my body.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Great. It actually wasn't that bad. And I'm a big wuss when it comes to needles.
Me too.
But it's just like little tiny prick. And that's all it was. I got some good what was that, Tiger Balm rubbed on there. And honestly, the pain that I had in my neck and shoulder area, not having an issue with it right now. So whatever those little needles did, that little pricks, boom, 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 they worked, okay? I was a non-believer. I'm a believer. I'm a believer now, guys. I'm like a believer. She also gave me some stretches to do to help with my sciatic, and that's been crazy relief. And I have some crazy sciatic pain. But, I've been doing these stretches, and it's been amazing. So a big thank you to Always Well Acupuncture. Make sure to check out their link in the description below and set up an appointment. If you mention F.A.W.B, they're going to give you a 10% discount. So check it out, guys.
It's well worth it.
It's so worth it. Trust me, it is worth it. You're going to love it. Thank you again for helping me out, Rebecca. You're the best. Brian, I know you're going to be helping me soon with my shoulder. I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. And
love
of
you
course,
guys.
Dads, what do you know? Our own sponsor here, also helping out with the pod, huh?
Always.
Yeah, Dad's House OR. Make sure you check that out.
Yes.
It's an online store where you get a lot of amazing products.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be in the description below. Make sure you're going to check that stuff out, too. We're going to pop that up on the screen somewhere, too. I've been popping up the logo.
I know,
so
I like that.
It's pretty nice. Some cool editing I've been doing.
Yeah.
Fancy. It's been getting fancier and fancier.
We've been upping our game, guys. I mean, now look at us. Yeah. Now look what we got going on now, huh? Right? Big time ups. What can we do? We're taking the pod on the road.
Oh.
So, yeah, watch out. Speaking of going on the road, this past weekend, all three of us were over at the Scrapyard. We went to kick off the competition season for the Reptilian Top Team. We headed up to the Scrapyard.
Yep. First
competition of 2025. Had an amazing time. We had 4 of our team members competing in there. Dad here being one of them. Red Fox was supposed to have a match herself, but why don't you tell us what happened, Red Fox?
Yeah.
I got injured the Monday before in training, so
It's very unfortunate,
it
too.
was.
You know.
Yeah, it wasn't even in a cool way. It was just switch kicks on the bag.
Yeah.
Just landed wrong and collapsed, and
Yeah.
My ankle blew up. It was
Yeah,
like the
no, it
size
was
of a
like-
softball on
It was the
the
biggest
outside
ankle
of my
I've
ankle.
ever seen in my
Good
life.
Lord.
It was ridiculous. Thankfully, it wasn't broken though.
Yes,
No.
Just
thankfully.
We did get
severe
x-rays.
sprain. We went and got some x-rays and not a break. So we're
No.
very thankful for that. She'll be back at it here soon.
Absolutely. I'll be back at it soon. The weirdest feeling, one of the weirdest feelings I've ever had is when I would take steps, the inflammation would jiggle.
Yeah,
It's the
that is
weirdest
super weird.
feeling
Wow.
ever.
So was unable to compete this past weekend, but like I said, it's just the start of the competition season, so we still got a whole lot of competing left to do this year. We're looking forward to getting back to the mat and getting back to it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
How you been, Dad? How's training been for you, man? Let's do a little weekly update before we jump into this.
Training's always hard.
Yeah.
Because Nate be doing it right. That's why we be getting them wins.
We've been
Because we
doing
be
what we
training
can.
right. Them 5-minute rounds. You can tell in the third round.
can.
You don't want to meet us in the third round from Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu. If you're there, you're in deep waters, buddy.
Deep waters.
Deep
guys.
waters.
We try to bring people into deep water.
Yes.
That's
The
what we do
deepest.
over there, man.
Training's always good. I love it.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying this past week too. Since it's always interesting after the competition. We kind of give the guys a rest week. Some guys take the week off, and we let them know hey, we get it, man. You're healing up, taking some time, doing some other stuff. We'll see you next week. No big deal. And then some guys, they're back at the gym the next day, and they're doing light workouts. They're hanging out. We're watching the footage and reviewing stuff and getting back to work. So it's kind of like a interesting week, It's
is,
not
yeah.
very high tempo, kind of like leading up to the fights would be. Is as soon as you're in there, we're already working, we're running, we're doing all that stuff.
Yep.
And it's not like fight week where we're kind of maintaining stuff and getting really mentally focused and mentally ready for the event. This is kind of like the kind of calm before the storm
Yep.
again,
Exactly.
Before it's time to get back to it. It's
before it's
actually,
time, yeah.
I love the Mondays after the scrapyard. I love that we sit around and watch all the matches together, everybody's matches, and we all,
It's so cool.
it is so fun.
Especially when you get some guys that had, first time competitors and they've had some
Yeah.
success when they went over there. So they really love to come back and, kind of walk around.
you
and
get to enjoy the
yeah.
glory.
Exactly.
And everybody's
patting
kind of-
them on the back.
Exactly.
I always take the Monday off after the fights.
Yeah.
I got tough fights out here. I'm always banged up.
Yeah.
Shout out QP for the last one.
Yeah,
That's a banger right there.
man. Awesome match with QP, man.
Yes.
Shout out to QP, bro. Thank you for watching the show, man.
Yeah.
We're big fans of yours as well. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the scrapyard. So, like I said, we had 4 competitors. We had Dad here. We had Toad. We had Bulldog, and we had Bolo up in there. First time competitors, all 3 of them, Toad, Bolo, and Bulldog. Dad here, of course, he's on number 700 and something in competition. This guy's a solid veteran. This is a grizzly veteran right here.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to do to become fighter of the year. So hey, man, way to get back out there and put
Yep.
that work back in.
That's
bro.
what we do.
Especially against like we're saying, QP, man, what a good opponent for you to come
Wow,
back
yeah.
to, bro. He's had some really good success over the last few months, going 3-0. His last match with T-Don was a banger.
Oh, that was a banger.
Yes.
Man, shout out to T-Don, man.
Yeah.
That kid, he's a scrappy kid. He's super
Yeah,
tough, real technical too. He's been by the Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu a few
Yep,
times.
he
And
has. I got
hit
some sparring rounds in with him.
hit a couple open mats. The kid's real tough. So for QP to go in there and get that victory from
Yeah, that was a
him,
big win.
It was. It was
They
an
were both
impressive one.
undefeated at the time, so
Battle the undefeateds,
Yep.
man. I think in that too, it was definitely an age thing, man.
Yep.
Like experience is
Exactly.
how QP was able to really get in that deep water with him and just outslug him, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your match with QP, man?
I'm always critical of my matches, you know what I'm saying? So I'm always nitpicking myself, but it was a good fight. I did some good things. I did a lot of bad things. Don't put your hands down, y'all.
Yeah, it's kind of a
A rule of thumb.
Yeah, but
you
Rule of
know,
thumb.
if you're boxing and you need those up, right?
yeah, but
Yeah, I
I
would
mean,
say so.
it was a good matchup. I like it when they'll actually fight with me and they don't want to run away and they'll stand there and bang with me a little bit.
Those are
so
exciting.
Yes.
shout out
matches,
QP
yeah.
getting that in and actually wanting to bang with me. 'cause
Solid
Yeah.
banger,
a
all
lot of
3
guys
rounds,
run.
man.
All
a lot of
3
guys
rounds.
run.
And you guys sat there and slugged it out.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's definitely a match to check out, guys. I think it's out right now in early access.
Yes.
Which brings up a good point. If you don't have that Scrapyard early access yet, guys, get over there and get it.
It's worth it. It's
Yeah,
worth it.
$2.99 a
$2.99.
month. That's it. It's like $3.
And you get like 30 fights, raw
Yeah,
footage.
right
At
after
least.
the events. So if
Come
you're
on,
not
man.
if you're not out there getting the pay-per-view on Millions, you know, this is an alternative to see the fights the very next
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So definitely get over there, subscribe to the Scrapyard YouTube channel, and get that $2.99. What is it? Early access,
Yep,
guys. Check it
exactly.
out. And if you haven't got the Millions app yet, download that. We're gonna
Definitely
be
get that.
having some things in the works for us here that's going to be pretty exciting with Millions. So stay tuned. I may be doing some interviews here soon, strictly for Millions. So
Yes, sir.
a lot of good things in the works with them. Still working out some of the details, you know. But yeah, getting back to kind of the Scrapyard and what we're experiencing when we're there. I'd like to talk a little bit about Bolo's fight.
Yeah, Bolo.
Yeah.
Shout out
Bolo
Bolo.
versus Earthworm.
Earthworm, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Shout out to Earthworm too, man. Good seeing you again. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bolo and Earthworm, they went in there, they did a kickboxing match. I know prior to the match, I mean, they kind of had like they were talking a little bit. I think Earthworm wanted to do a boxing match.
Yeah, he originally had come in
Originally
and
signed
signed
up.
up for a boxing match, and then when we couldn't find a competitor for either one, and they were roughly
Same experience
Same-
level, same weight.
Yep.
It was Bolo's first match. I think Earthworm had like 2 or 3 already.
Yeah, it was like his
right?
third or fourth match. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
but you know, Bolo, he trains with us,
Yep.
so we were okay with him stepping in there, and plus Earthworm was you know, very accommodating by taking a kickboxing match.
Exactly.
very.
For anybody that trains, you know that the angles are a little bit different compared to boxing.
A lot different.
You got to be real careful when you're kickboxing. You start building shells and stuff like that.
And you get caught.
You can get caught, yeah. So for him stepping out there, out of his comfort zone, and,
Yep.
and stepping in there and taking that match, big ups to him, man. Thank
A
you
lot
for
of
doing
respect.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hell
for
yeah,
sure.
hell yeah. And you know, Bolo, going into this match, man, I know we had some good training leading up to it. We
did,
had some
yeah.
solid talks. You know, it's always interesting as a coach, as my end, because individually you guys have like your own strengths and your own weaknesses, and what you kind of everybody needs to be guided through their own like sort of nuances, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, and Bolo's no different. You know, we had our conversations leading up to it. I had full confidence in that he was gonna get in there and he was gonna fight his fight.
Yep.
I knew he was gonna settle in as soon as they touched gloves, and he was like, "It's gonna be just like sparring, buddy." So, don't worry. I think he had a little bit of the butterfly,
I
so he
think
kind of
so.
sits back a little bit initially, but I think once they got going, he settled in just fine. And you know, I think that's a real testament again to the training where he was able to kind of bridge that freeze mechanism
Yep.
a lot faster because
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, for being a first time fighter, that's pretty common. Guys will get in there and just kind of like be real
Sit back.
hesitant.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. And you know, all 3 of our fighters were aggressive.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
they
how
all
we train.
came out. Yeah, they all
Push
Yeah.
the pace, baby.
all those first time fighters came out there and just went and touched them, you
Yep.
know. And we really preached that over at the gym
Yes,
too.
we
Is hey,
do.
get out there and make it a fight, guys.
Yeah.
You know, let them know that you're in a fight.
Yeah.
And they all did really well doing that. Yeah, really excited to see Bolo's you know, next match. He's already out
Yeah.
training. He's thinking about maybe April.
Possibly
Maybe
April.
coming back in April.
Depending on how he's feeling.
I hope he does. I hope he does. He's an exciting
Yeah.
fighter. Stay tuned, y'all. Stay
He
tuned.
is.
tuned for
He's
Bolo.
a very exciting fighter.
Another one of our competitors we had was Toad. Toad, man. What the silent
Toad
another
has
silent
hands.
assassin, right?
Toad has hands. Watch out,
Yeah.
y'all. I
Yeah.
did not realize Toad has them hands.
He does.
You know, he's only 125 pounds.
I know. I'm
The
like,
guy
woo.
hits like he's a 165 pounder easily.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like he's a little like bar of iron, man.
Exactly.
And so to see him go out there, and his opponent was 15 pounds heavier than
Yep,
him.
I
He
see.
fought-
Yep.
He had a kickboxing match against Storm. Shout out to Storm. And
Yeah.
they went out, and you know, I kind of was as like the round went on, I was kind of like, Toad's kind of using that teat kind of bit a
Yeah.
bit, you know, and I was worried that he was gonna start missing with that and landing on that forward foot and then getting caught.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, so I was kind of like, hey, you use some of that boxing a little more, set up those teats. But you know what? He managed that teat really well.
He
Like
did. He
did,
he
the whole
never
match.
committed to it fully to
Nope.
where he put himself out of position.
Exactly.
He did amazing in controlling the pace of that round.
Oh, yeah.
And really set up some big shots with his boxing, man.
He
Like
did.
it
That
surprised
boxing.
you too,
Yeah,
right?
I
With
know.
that
I didn't know he
boxing?
had hands. I knew he could kick, but those hands are really they're legit now.
Yeah.
Watch out, folks.
Solid
He's coming.
jiu-jitsu guy too, man.
Yeah.
So if he ever
All
wants to
around
do
fighter.
some MMA in the future, I mean, it's possible.
It's there.
We'll see.
It's there.
We'll see. Check him out too on his YouTube channel,
Yeah.
Evil Fred Rice, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yes.
He has a YouTube channel. Check it out. He blogged all about the training and everything leading up to the match. So
It was a good vlog that gives you I would say it gives a good impression of what going up as a competitor and the whole day around it.
definitely
Traveling
yeah.
up there, traveling
He's a
home.
lot more
It was really
articulate
good.
than I am, so he speaks really well.
Yeah, he does.
So,
Yeah,
it's
he
really
does
nice.
speak well.
He puts together some really nice videos, so
Yeah.
be sure to check him out. Do you hear our babies up there?
I do hear them screaming.
Oh man, our poor little dogs are upstairs. We had to throw them in the kennel, and they're just crying like crazy.
Because
Mom,
they can
Dad.
hear us downstairs.
No, we want to be on the podcast too, but they would be up in our laps, and we don't have enough camera space.
Not
for that.
so little, y'all.
No.
Not so little.
They're not so. They're just little babies, you know.
Yes.
But physically, they're not so little.
No.
And we also had Bulldog Rob, man. Let's talk
Shout
about
out
Bulldog
that guy. Warrior
Rob.
right there. That's a warrior.
Jesus, man. He
For a
went through
first
a war.
Yes, he
time
did.
match.
Wow, that was a good one.
Wild.
Yep.
I think that's you know, and speaking with Rob after the match, and you know, what was it? I think it was Monday. He came in, had to drain his ear again.
Sunday.
It was Sunday,
Oh, it was
right?
Sunday,
It was
yeah.
actually
He
the
came in
very
the next day.
and I ended up draining his ear again.
It puffed right up.
Man, you would think with that kind of an injury, you know, the ear, you know, he might have broke his nose. He might want to rethink this whole fight and stuff, you know, because that kind of really sinks in for first-time competitors after they had that first match and they got a little banged up. Like, hey,
Physically feeling it.
yeah, do I
sure.
really want to do this again? And Rob's in high spirits, man. He's just
Good,
like,
yes.
all I want to do is get back to work. I want to
So-
get
Yes.
back to doing this.
He was in on Sunday only to get his ear drained. He ended up training. He ended up training
yeah.
with you guys. The day after his fight, beat up after his fight.
Yeah,
See?
right there. Some guys.
Speaks to the toughness in the gym, you
Yeah.
guys.
And he had one hell of a tough fight too, man. I think he went up against, who was that?
FXT D. John.
Guy's got a good
Yeah.
jab, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
And he had the reach on Rob too. He
Yep.
was about a foot taller than Rob. Rob
Yeah.
really had to bob and weave to get through those.
he
Get
did a
past
good
those
job.
long arms. And
He did a
He
good
was
job.
getting in the pocket and he was exchanging and he did.
really crowded the
Phenomenal.
guy the whole match, which, as we know too, takes a ton of energy
Yes.
to stay up on top of your opponent. And Rob managed that very well. And there was many times in that match that he could have quit, and he never did. He,
Nope.
he
No.
just stayed on top of it. He was bleeding. Great. There's some great pictures out there of
Oh,
him,
man.
blood coming down his
Yep.
face. It was amazing.
That's a
It
warrior
was-
in there, y'all.
Yeah.
It is.
It was
Oh,
a good match.
man.
That's an exciting one to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he should
For
be
sure.
proud of that. He should be
Yeah.
proud of that.
I'm definitely looking forward to these edited videos once they're out.
I
Yeah,
know, especially
me too.
Rob's.
They're gonna look so good.
All of them.
I unfortunately didn't get my match. You know, we had this really tough troll out there that said he was gonna show up and he was gonna humiliate me in front of all my friends, and he never even showed up. You know that?
They don't shut up, but they never glove up.
Yeah, isn't that funny? You don't show up, buddy. You just want to DM me and send me all these nasty little text messages
And clips of training.
and
Oh my
clips of
God.
you training and throwing rocks over your shoulder. Come on, Amir. You should have showed up, buddy. I don't understand. I don't
No.
get it. I don't get it, man.
Why go through all that not to even show up?
Why
Come on,
do it?
man.
You
Why,
even
man?
signed up.
You signed up, man. You signed up. You made it a big old spectacle, and then you never showed up. We don't understand.
That's
And we
embarrassing.
we were like really cheering for you. Like, come on, yeah, we're gonna finally see
Yeah, finally.
this
Somebody's gonna
keyboard
do it.
warrior is gonna come out from behind here. He's gonna
Yeah.
show us how to box. He's gonna show us how to do some fighting stuff.
Right.
And guess what? He was such a ninja. We didn't even see him.
Oh my God.
Didn't even see him at the event, guys.
We didn't.
Yeah, and now I'm blocked on everything, of course.
God,
So,
of course.
yeah, my beef match, it got canceled. I was going to take up another match with a comedian, actually. I thought I was going to do a boxing match with a comedian, but we had an opponent show up that was his weight and everything that didn't have an opponent if I would have taken him on. So I, forgot it and did the cornering thing, helped a lot with the matchmaking, helped judge a couple matches. We try to stay pretty
Working.
actively involved in the event because we love it so
Yeah.
much,
Right?
you know?
Exactly. Got to give back, y'all.
Yeah, we love the community,
Definitely.
and it. When we're there, we really want to try to make things go smoothly. It always makes the event for us more enjoyable too when things are going
Yeah.
smoothly
Yeah.
and everybody seems to be in a good mood because things are being handled. It's a big
Yeah.
event, and it's too much for any one person to
It
do.
requires,
it
a
really
number
does.
of people to pitch in and help keep this thing going.
Speaking of people pitching in, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Keep going.
go for it. Go for it.
I want to give a quick shout out to Melvin and Buddy V, man.
Oh my
Shout out
god.
to commentary
Two
booth.
commentators. Yeah, so for those of you that didn't get the pay-per-view event, the Scrapyard now has they're selling pay-per-views and they have commentators. They have commentators now. Buddy V and Melvin are both the commentators over there,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, they did.
I love them both as commentators. High energy guys,
Yeah,
very
exactly.
Yes.
knowledgeable. They know their shit.
Yep.
Check them out on. I think Melvin has the Man Cave Chronicles.
Yeah.
Yes.
He usually does that on Facebook.
Yeah, I think
On
so. I think
Sundays.
on Sundays.
On Sundays,
Facebook,
so
yeah.
make sure you're checking that out. And then Buddy V has MMA Underground that he does with Samke.
Shout out MMA Underground.
Yeah.
Shout out MMA Underground.
I think
Yeah.
they're on Wednesdays.
Yeah, they were on Tuesdays. They moved to Wednesdays.
They moved to Wednesdays?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
moved to Wednesdays.
So yeah, we're gonna drop their links in the description below. So if you'd like to follow them and check out some of their stuff that they're doing, we highly recommend it, guys. I mean,
Check
these
them out.
guys again are very knowledgeable. They're
Yep.
there at the scrapyard. They know the fighters. All three of us have been on their podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of their podcasts, right? Have you been on the Man Cave Chronicles yet?
No, I haven't.
No?
I was gonna
Okay.
be, but I haven't. I've been on MMA Underground. Check out that interview. By
I
the
know
way.
Melvin was asking for you.
He
though.
was, yeah, and then I missed it, and then we just got to set up another time now.
All right, well, we're gonna make that happen. We need to
Exactly,
have
yeah.
that
Definitely.
fighter of the year up there
Yeah,
on the
gotta
Man
have
Cave
it,
Chronicles,
you know?
and I'm sure they have a lot they'd like to talk to you about.
I'm
so
sure.
that's gonna be awesome. You know what I was able to do though? I was able to get in a fun little boxing match with Fire Chicken there at the end.
That's right.
That's what I was able to do at the event. As always, shout out to Fire Chicken and Mandy Bear. You guys throw on
Yes.
one of the best events we've ever been to when it comes to combat sports. It's an amazing atmosphere, solid competition, guys. We can't say enough great stuff about it. Me and Fire Chicken got to get in a nice little friendly boxing match. We used big gloves, the really big
The
gloves.
huge, giant boxing gloves.
Which actually made it a little harder to hit each other, surprisingly, right? But it was all in good fun. We did about a round. I'm really thankful that, he was able to get in there and get some rounds in with me because, like I said, my troll never showed up. So I got stood up and he was able to step in and fill in. And thank you. I appreciate that.
How many fighters did you corner at the event? 20, 30?
Oh, I think I ended up cornering close to, 8 to 10.
Always
8 to
working, yo.
10.
Always.
Yeah. Yeah, and
And there were
what?
31 matches. I want to
Yeah,
say there were
yeah,
31
yeah.
matches, so that's a third of the matches that you
Yeah,
cornered.
roughly, probably.
Roughly.
I did a lot of the match. I did all the matchmaking too. I had some help from Hunter, so thanks for that, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out to the nurses too.
Yes,
Yeah.
always
Right,
to the
all
nurses.
the
Get your butt to the
scrapyard
nurses
staff.
tent.
Thank you guys again. Without you guys, the event would not run as smooth. So we really appreciate you guys being there. You know, as a competitor, I appreciate the nurses taking
Yeah,
the
for real.
time to look out for us. You know,
Keeping
and
us safe.
Hugely.
and they really do. Like, this is something you don't see at a lot of smoker fights. Is that you're having actual licensed nurses like look out for you guys. You know, they're checking on you. They're requiring you to
they
stay
check
there
on
for
you
like 10 minutes after your
before-
matches.
They check on you before the match, and
Mm-hmm.
they check that you run to the medical tent right afterwards.
And if you're just so unlucky to get knocked out, they're right there to help you get to the
Exactly.
tent and take care of you. Make
great
sure you're
stuff.
good.
Yep.
Yeah, we love that
Yeah.
about them. So thank you guys for
Awesome.
doing that. We're looking forward to the April 26th event. We're looking to go back to the scrapyard. Slav ain't nothing yet. He had to pull out of his match this past event, but I believe he's going to go back in April. So I'm looking forward to
Yes.
taking him up there. Chef signed up in April.
Finally, we get to see that.
The
I'm excited.
chef is coming back, guys. Shout out to that kid. He's been putting into work the last week or so. He's been hitting the gym. He just had a baby girl. You know, he's
Yes, new dad.
yeah. He's even brought her into the gym, so that's been
Yeah.
awesome. You know,
She's perfect.
you gotta love that when the guy's like, hey, no, my training's so important. I'm gonna bring my baby in here, and
Right,
she's gonna be over
exactly.
here, and I'm gonna get my training in. So it really is testament to his dedication and what he wants to do with this. So
Yeah.
we're here to support him, and we want the best for him. And we're looking forward to his match in April. I think and then Bolo potentially too. Don't forget about him.
Yes.
We're gonna see how this ankle's doing here in the next week or so, and you may potentially have a match, and I may
Possibly.
have a match. You never know. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
there, so we'll see how it goes. I know we're talking about potentially
that's the
doing another
plan.
match.
I'm trying to fight as much as we can this year.
We're thinking your next match is probably gonna be in May. I think it's 31st is what we're looking at for the NWC.
Yeah. Oh, it's the 31st now?
I believe so. They had to push it back.
Oh, they had to push it back. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
I'll fight in April and May
Yeah.
and June and July. Come get me.
We're gonna see how that goes, but we're looking to take your stuff on the amateur circuit, right?
Yeah, I'm
we're
trying
looking to do
get
some amateur
and then
events.
pro after that. Hopefully, we'll see what happens.
Definitely the plan right there. We've been doing competition now for it's been officially a year because
Yeah.
this past event was our 1 year anniversary.
Yep. It's
To
been a
the
year.
scrapyard.
Yeah.
It's been almost our 1 year anniversary since
Yeah,
we
I think
started
it's
training
like
together.
April or May this year. Will
Yeah, I
be 1
think it was
year.
April.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was April.
It was like 2 weeks into April because 2 weeks after we started training, you went and did a match with a Nightmare, I believe,
Yep,
right?
exactly. Got that
Yeah,
win.
and you got that win thanks
Yep.
to that cardio
Yeah, that
issue.
cardio, that
we fixed that
cardio.
cardio
Fix that.
issue in a little bit. I think it was 3 weeks of training, and we
Yep.
got that cardio issue kind of figured out. And then, you went out there and had some success, and then continued to have some success last year. We're gonna just build off that. Like I said, we're thankful for everything the scrapyard provides and
Exactly.
stuff.
Yeah.
Very
It's
much
provided
so.
a really good opportunity for our guys to showcase not only their skill set, but also kind of see what we need to work on.
Yep.
And now we're going to take that out into the world and, build off that too. So this amateur circuit is definitely something we're looking forward to. I believe Chef
sir.
is also going to be on that circuit later on this year.
Yes. That kid's up and coming. Watch out for that kid.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of up and coming kids, Isaac Lobo, I think that's what it is. He has a match May 17th at
wow.
Emerald Green Casino, an MMA match.
Oh.
He's an up and coming little star too, a little MMA guy.
shoot.
Yeah,
He was just in the newspaper. Was it last week?
Oh,
yeah, I
wow.
The
believe so.
Colombian.
He was in the Colombian, yeah.
Nice.
This kid can go to college and be a top, brainy. Probably end up being like a scientist, something like.
Oh,
he's
wow.
he's one of those kids that like a brainiac and all that. But no,
Nice.
this kid wants to be an MMA star.
Yeah, he wants to
man.
fight instead.
Yeah.
I want to fight instead.
Yeah, and you know what? He can do it too.
Yes, he
he's-
can.
Yeah, a lot of potential
Good.
in Isaac.
Wow.
I mean, much like Chef, like
Yeah.
a lot of potential in these young guys coming up. But it really comes down to their dedication, and he's definitely one that he knows that, and he knows that at a young age. He's been in
exactly.
wrestling his whole life since he
Yep.
was 4 years old. He had a lot of success growing up. Like, he's no stranger to hard work.
Yeah.
So when you meet individual like that, you just see like next level stuff,
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
excited to see him May 17th, like I said, at the Emerald Green. I think he's going to be in to our open mat tomorrow. So we'll get to work
whoa.
out with him too. So we're looking forward to that a lot.
Nice.
Heck yeah, man. Oh, what do you guys got going on here in the next couple weeks?
Training.
Just some more
4 days
training,
a week,
huh?
hopefully 6 days a week.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I just
to get
finished
there,
up my
man.
term in college. I'm on spring break, so I'm just trying to get as much work in as I can get. We're trying to fight as much as possible.
That's been the freaking plan, man. Get out there and start making some more noise, man.
That's what we're doing.
The
Taking over.
OG trip is coming up.
Yeah, I
May.
wish I could go to that.
Yeah,
I'm trying
me
to get
too.
that.
Let
I'm
me
trying to
see
get
what
that
that
worked
date
out,
is.
but
I think the OG trip is coming. That's the Virginia Invasion is May 3rd.
May 3rd. That's right.
Yeah, so we're gonna be looking forward to that as well. I spoke to Fire Chicken today about that. Yeah, I think they're taking like 6 or 7 guys up there.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking to find out who those guys are, and be following that here soon
Definitely.
too. I wanted to go to the OG branch. We talked about it, right?
We did.
Talked about going to Virginia one, but it's actually our 5-year anniversary as well.
oh yeah,
We maybe end up doing something else. So it's kind of like one of those. And like our main priority right now is growing, our team, our gym, and supporting the scrapyard as much as
Exactly.
possible. So we'll get to these other branches eventually.
We
I
will.
know it.
Definitely.
they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, they're not
No.
going nowhere. Also had a pretty big week or the last couple weeks is Sontavio.
Suntavo.
Sontavo.
And Salise.
Yeah, and Salise, a couple members from our gym, they went over to Texas and did like a little tour, right?
It was
Wow.
a music festival, and they performed. They got to go and
Nice.
check out some other performers, and it sounded like it was a really awesome week.
Yeah, they had a great time over
I want
there.
to say they both dropped albums as well.
Oh, they
Oh, wow.
did. Wow,
Gotta
yeah.
check those out.
I'm gonna get those in the description below too. So
Yes.
make sure you check
Yeah.
out their the links there so you can see their music. I've used
Some of Suntavo's.
Octavio's stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've used it in some of the clips, so it's been great. Love their music. I know I
Yeah.
like to rock out to it, get my work on, get my pump on. Speaking of that, look
Yeah.
at this stuff. We got some gear.
got some
I don't know if
gear.
you guys have been taking a look at this right here. We got some Forever White Belt gear. We're going to be selling that here soon too. Let me know if you're interested and you would like some t-shirts. We're going to get that stuff going. That's what's been going on. We had an
Yeah.
exciting weekend. We've just been chilling. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've done a podcast. Joe's been over in Panama.
Yeah,
that's
and then,
what's up.
And then
It's
just
been,
prepping for the fight.
We've been doing a lot of prepping for the fight, so we're kind of like,
Good coach right there.
yeah, getting stuff ready.
Same.
We've just been, doing that stuff. Want
Yeah.
to step on here though and catch up with everybody and let everybody know about what the Reptilian Top Team's been up to, what we've been doing, what FAWB's up to. Like I
And
said,
talk about our weekend.
talk about our
Exactly.
We
weekend.
had such a ridiculously
Such
awesome
an amazing weekend.
weekend.
Wanted to say thank you to AJ. It's so funny. AJ's, I'm gonna call him the problem child now. Yeah, AJ's our little problem child over at our gym. A young man that came to us. He's been training with us now for a few months, and he told me the other day, "Hey, I just caught up on all the podcast episodes." And I was like, "Oh, geez, man,
That's so impressive.
that's 27 hours." He goes, "I know, it's really long." I was like, "Well, thank you for watching, bro. I really appreciate it." So shout out to him, man. We're gonna
Thanks,
keep working
AJ.
those hands, and yeah, I'm thinking the problem child for AJ. I think that's a solid,
That's a
That's a
good
solid-
name.
solid
Yep.
name
That's a good
for
name.
him, man.
Yes.
And I wanted to also thank Lorenzo and Brian for joining the gym. Some guys that came to us that Lorenzo's had some previous jiu-jitsu training before, but not a lot, but he's versed on the ground. Brian didn't have a whole lot of training prior to us, but what they do have is they have a ton of life experience.
Yep.
And that's also a real asset to the
It
to
is.
the gym,
Definitely
to the group.
is.
I mean, it's nice to be able to show up, and we have all levels of life there.
Yep.
We got
Yeah.
some young men that are coming through. They're 18, 19, 17, 18, 19
Yeah.
that are kind of just starting their martial art journey, and they want to do the competitions and stuff like that. And then we have some older gentlemen that have done the competitions and have kind of gone through some stuff in life too to help guide them, not only the martial arts like realm, but also in some life choices.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice that these guys can go to a place and have these kind of mentorship.
Yeah.
I think that's
Experience is
solid.
valuable. Life experience is extremely valuable.
I agree. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So another one I want to talk about is Punisher, man.
Oh my,
Oh my gosh.
The
My
Punisher.
brother from another mother.
Your
Put 'em
brother from
down.
another. Yeah, Red Fox. We just found out Red Fox and Punisher are related. So
See, that's why he's whipping butt.
There you
know what I
go.
mean?
I mean, they're
It's in
both
the blood there.
They're both 2-0, so they're not losers like me. I mean, I lose all the time. So they got an undefeated record. Shout out to the Punisher. He was talking to me and him been in some conversations, and he's gonna come and train with us.
Yes, good.
He said he wants to do a nice little tryout for the Reptilian Top Team. So I
Oh.
said, let's get some training in.
Let's do
and,
it.
Yeah.
And let's talk about it, man. And he may be our Canadian representative
Yeah,
for the Reptilian
choking
Top
people
Team.
out.
Potentially, I mean, we have that little tryout phase where we always vet our people, and he's no different. But it's quite the compliment to have other competitors come up to us and be like, "Hey, man, I really love what you guys are doing.
It really is.
We like your team dynamic, and I would like to be a part of something like that."
We
And
work
that's-
really hard on the team dynamic.
Yeah, that's a high compliment, I feel like, and thanks, man. Thanks for wanting to be a part of the group, and
Right.
another thanks to the Scrapyard for being able to bring us all together so that we can
Exactly,
meet
yeah.
Definitely.
these like-minded individuals and we can talk about martial arts and at the very least we have some common ground that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which then transfers over to other aspects of our life. I mean, we're talking about this when we're having dinner, man. I mean, we didn't even know each other almost a year ago, and then Fire Chicken introduced us,
Yep.
and then we
Yeah.
got to train, and now you're over here at our house and
At the
playing with our
house.
dogs,
Exactly.
eating that lights out hot sauce again. Make sure you guys
Exactly.
order that, okay?
Can't have a taco without your lights out sauce.
Definitely get that lights out sauce, guys. It's so good. So yeah, I mean, just that alone,
There's
and
a lot of
Exactly.
people that we wouldn't have met in the past year had it not been for the Scrapyard. Mm-hmm. The Scrapyard has helped us build our martial arts family.
Family, y'all.
And seriously.
that's what it's really become for us. I mean, I not to put anybody's business out there, but I've been approached by guys at our gym, that we've had like side conversations where it's been like, this group that we've created, this atmosphere that we're creating, like it's more than just like a place to come work out for me. Like, it's good for my mental health. Something I look forward to. It's somewhere I can go and decompress. I can be around people that genuinely like care about my well-being or care about like, how I'm doing,
And it also provides like a sense of belonging. Even some of the people that I've talked to, they may not feel like they fit in or belonged to any other group, but they do feel like they fit in and that they belong here, and that when they're gone, they're missed. And it's true.
Yeah.
When they're not around, we do feel it.
Yeah, we check up on them. We're like, hey, man, where you been? What's going on?
How you doing?
Man?
What's going on?
Come
exactly.
back.
Yeah, and
Where you at?
that's exactly what I've always wanted. I've always sought for in martial arts, and
Exactly.
what I've wanted to bring to Columbia River Jiu-Jitsu, and what we've been able to form.
Exactly.
And like I said, the Scrapyard just an extended branch of that.
Exactly.
It's like going to go see our cousins. and
Yeah,
stuff
it's like a big
that,
cookout. That's how I look at the cookout. All the families there, your cousins, your friend, whoever is there,
Yeah.
and you're just hanging out, chilling,
Yeah.
punching each other, having a good time.
Hell yeah.
That's true.
Speaking of cousins, shout out to my little cousin Carter.
Happy
Just
birthday,
turned
Carter.
21.
Oh,
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.
They're gonna go out this weekend, and I'm sure he's gonna have a fun little
Wild night.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
21st birthday kind of night.
Yes,
Right.
indeed.
Yep.
We'll see you this summer, though, bud. You can come and spend a week over here. Maybe we'll take him to the Scrapyard with
Yeah,
us.
that'd
Get
be
him in
cool.
a fight or something. How about that, buddy? Yeah, let's try that out. But yeah, guys, that's kind of what we've been up to. We just been chilling here tonight, eating some tacos, going over some footage of the matches, seeing where we can improve on, just having a nice chill night. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Make sure you tune in Friday nights for our free-for-alls, open mats. It's on Facebook. The Naughty Nate Smith is the Facebook name that I usually put the live on. So tune into that and check that out. You guys got anything coming up?
Nope. Friday night free for all.
Friday night
Check
Friday
it
night
out.
free for all.
It gets competitive,
Make
y'all.
sure you check
And
out
Master Sundays.
Dad's
Yeah,
store.
Master Sundays. Yeah,
That's
dadshouse.or. Check that out.
Check that shit
Shopify.
out.
You can get it all.
Get it all. You got anything coming up?
Just Master Sundays.
Master Sundays. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
And when I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. I don't give a damn what you think.